Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a fabulous day so far. Today's tutorial is all about eyebrows. So my eyebrows are filled in right now. They are not this thick. Naturally, we did a little magic here. Okay, I can never get this part of my hair straight. This is bothering me. I just want you to know, this bothers me. But anyway, if you'd like to learn how to fill in your eyebrows so that they look natural and thick and feathery, then please keep on watching. But before we do that, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, because if you haven't, you're missing out, sister. So the first product I'm going to use is the e.l.f. Brow Gel. This is in the shade Espresso. I am aware this is a very, very dark brown. I got this when I initially dyed my hair back to dark brown after I was blonde. So that is the reason this is so dark. However, my hair has faded. Obviously, it's not that super dark brown color. It's more of a medium to light brown now. But this still works for me. I'm going to show you guys a way to make my brows look light and feathery using this product, and it's not going to look like it's too dark. To apply this to my face, I'm just using an angled liner brush. This is from SEPHORA, and then I am going to just come under my brows and clean them up. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I think the actual name of it wore off. The only thing that's on it now is just Maybelline. And to clean up with that concealer, I'm using a Morphe B38. Everything on this brush has worn off. I used the heck out of it. There's not even, it doesn't even say Morphe on here anymore. So that's how much I love that brush. I normally like to work one brow at a time. What I'm going to do first is dig a little bit of product out of the container. So I can get a good one. So I use about that much product, and honestly, I'm not going to use all of this. I just need a nice little handful or a little chunk to put onto the back of my hand. And now what I'm going to do, that this is on the back of my hand, is I am going to brush, pretty much brush all the product off the brush. You're kind of going to make like a streak mark on your hand almost. And then what I'm going to do is just go into that streak mark and pick up product onto the very front angle part of the brush that's going to be touching my face. And by swiping products off the side, you force the product into the very center, very tip, thin line of this brush, and that's what's going to give me my hair-like strokes. So now that I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and start on a brow. I tend to start right here while I'm making my strokes, and then as the product wears off my brush, I work my way into my brow, into the inner part of my brow. That way, if it does come off too dark for whatever reason, if I'm being too heavy-handed, by the time I get to my inner brow, it's not going to be as dramatic as what's on my mid-brow. So I cannot multitask, so let me just show you what I'm talking about. And I know personally where I like my brows to be, so I'm going to actually like start drawing almost down here and up. So that little mark is normally how thick I like my brows to be, so just so you know. Barely touching my face. I'm making very small brush-like, hair-like strokes. And don't worry if you come up too high. That's a really easy fix with concealer, or just like that, it'll go away. So once I feel like product is worn off, I just come back to my hand and do that same process. I hope you guys can see this. So I'm getting products onto the side, forcing it to the very end and center of that brush. And then as I get to my tail end, I start, instead of going straight up, I start to go almost out to the sides. just like that. For the top part of my brow where I need to fill in up here, I angle down and out. And then for the very tail end of my brow, I kind of just like to drag out. This isn't necessarily creating hair-like strokes, it's just extending the tail of the brow. Alright, so that is one brow done. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is clean up the underneath. I need to get a new one of these brushes. This one is starting to fray. So I just take the very tip of the brush and grab a little bit onto the sides because you really don't need much when you're working with a brow. And I kind of start again in the middle of my brow. I need to work my way in or out, no rhyme or reason, but I always, for whatever reason, the last couple months I've just been starting in the middle. Alright, so there we have a filled in brow versus an unfilled in brow. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do now, just because the rest of my face is done, is just put some concealer on my lid. Because this has been bothering me. I normally, anytime I do my makeup first, I normally start with my brows. But for the sake of the video, I didn't want to come on here barefaced. Now I am going to just go ahead and do the same exact thing to the other brow. And normally this stuff that's on my hand is starting to get dry, so I do tend to go back in with a little bit more product or dig some out of my little jar here in a little bit. Just if anyone's following along with this, be warned, it might dry up on you on your hand. Alright, and so this is the finished look of both brows, filled in and cut. Very last thing I'm going to do is set my brows. This is a very old CoverGirl brow mascara that I've had for the longest time. What I've been doing recently, because this applies so much product, is just wiping it onto my brows, and then I go in with an extra spoolie that I have here, and I just kind of comb through that way because I don't need 10 pounds of this on my brows. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. As you can see, it is a very natural looking filled in eyebrow, especially from far away. People have no idea that I have filled in my brows, or I've had a couple people ask if I've gotten a microbladed. No, I have not. I just took my time at filling in my brows. So yes, this is time consuming. However, for the sake of the video, I would say it does take longer to do your makeup for videos just because I have to talk through and explain. It maybe takes me like 5 minutes at home to just fill my brows in like this because I can just whip them out one and done. So that being said, yes, it's a smidgen more time consuming than other techniques you can use to fill in your brow, but this is my favorite way that my brows have looked like ever filled in, as opposed to using other techniques to fill in my brow where, you know, you draw the bottom line first and then the top line here and then just filling. This is my favorite way to do it so far, and I really like how I look with these brows. So yeah, now I'm rambling. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. For all giveaway information to find out who the winner is, what the next prize is, all that good stuff, check out the description box. This video is filmed a day before the giveaway is actually over, so while I'm filming this, there is no winner, but by the time I post this, there will be a winner, and all the new giveaway information will be in the description box. So click that description box, baby, if you want to win some stuff. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, so you can join the animating family. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.